People will always have an opinion about your body: too big, too small, too tall, too short, too this, too that. The problem isn't that they have opinions. It's that we've been conditioned to believe those opinions matter more than our own truth. But here's the reality: your health isn't up for public debate. It's not a poll. It's not a scorecard. It's not a thumbs up or thumbs down on social media. It's the very foundation of your life, and no one gets to vote on it but you. When you treat your health like a popularity contest, you lose twice. First, you lose the authenticity of making choices that serve you. Second, you lose your peace because approval is temporary. It's like chasing smoke. One moment they clap for you, the next moment they criticize. But when you take ownership and say, "This is my body, my rules, my life," you reclaim control of the steering wheel. Your health isn't about fitting into a dress for an event or getting praise from the people in your feed. It's about waking up with energy. It's about feeling strong enough to run after your kids, pursue your goals, and still have the stamina to enjoy your evening. It's about longevity, resilience, and quality of life. Things no audience can give you. The world will try to sell you the idea that health is a look, that it's six-pack abs, a certain weight, a certain dress size. But health is not a snapshot. It's a lifestyle. It's the consistency of showing up for yourself day after day, year after year. It's not about how many people admire you. It's about how deeply you can trust your own body to carry you where you want to go. Here's the truth: the minute you stop performing for the crowd and start investing in your life force, the rules change. Suddenly, exercise becomes a celebration instead of a chore. Eating well becomes an act of self-respect instead of self-denial. Rest becomes a strategy for power, not laziness. And you stop living on the roller coaster of external approval. When you understand that your health belongs only to you, you start to set boundaries differently. You stop explaining your food choices. You stop apologizing for saying no. You stop letting someone's comment about your body derail your day. You move through life with an inner certainty, not arrogance, but unshakable self-respect. And that self-respect is magnetic. So from this day forward, make a decision: your health is no longer a public vote. You will not outsource it to trends, to critics, to approval seekers. You will protect it, nurture it, and make it a priority, because it's not about being liked. It's about being alive. When you own that truth, you stop living on borrowed confidence and start living with unstoppable power. Validation is addictive. It's like sugar for the ego. A quick hit of approval feels good, but it leaves you chasing more, never satisfied, and often compromising yourself just to get the next like or the next compliment. Vitality, on the other hand, is deep, lasting fuel. It's not a quick fix. It's the steady energy that lets you live fully, think clearly, and feel alive every single day. The shift from validation to vitality is the moment you stop surviving for applause and start thriving for your own life. When you live for validation, your choices bend toward what looks good from the outside. You push your body to exhaustion to meet someone else's standard. You skip meals to look leaner for an event. You force workouts you hate because they fit the image you think others expect. But vitality has nothing to do with image. It's about building a body and mind that serve you, not a crowd. Vitality is about how you feel at 6 a.m. when no one's watching. It's about whether you can focus at work without crashing. It's about how easily you can climb stairs, carry groceries, chase your dreams, not whether someone else thinks you're fit enough. That's the difference between living for show and living for self. When you choose vitality, you stop asking, "Will they approve?" And you start asking, "Will this make me stronger, healthier, and more alive?" That question changes everything. Suddenly, you eat for nourishment, not for perfection. You train for energy, not for applause. You rest because it's smart, not because you earned it. You reclaim your freedom to do what's right for you, regardless of the spotlight. The crazy thing, when you live for vitality, the external validation often comes anyway. But now it's just a bonus, not the goal. People are drawn to real energy. They see the glow that comes from self-respect, not self-sacrifice. They admire the confidence that comes from living authentically, not desperately seeking approval. And here's the kicker. You don't even need their admiration anymore because you're already full. Living for vitality doesn't mean you stop caring about how you look. It means your appearance becomes a reflection of health, not a mask to hide insecurity. You look alive because you are alive. Your skin clears, your posture improves, your eyes brighten, your smile becomes real. That's the beauty of vitality it shows. So decide today, the approval of others is no longer your fuel. You're switching power sources. From now on, your health choices will feed your energy, sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, and expand your life. Because you weren't born to be a mannequin for someone else's standard. You were born to live fully, fiercely, and on your own terms. And vitality is how you get there. Somewhere along the way, we turned movement into a sentence. I have to work out. I need to burn this off. I should exercise because I ate too much. That language chains movement to guilt, to shame, to punishment. And when movement feels like punishment, you start to resent it. But here's the truth, movement is not a jail sentence. It's freedom. It's your body's way of celebrating that you're alive. When you move your body, you unlock energy that was stuck. You shake off stress. You pump oxygen through your cells. Your mood lifts, your focus sharpens, and your confidence rises. Movement is the fastest way to change your state, and it's available to you anytime, anywhere. But you only experience that joy when you stop doing it as penance and start doing it as a privilege. Think about this. There are people who would give anything for the ability to run, jump, dance, lift, or even walk. And yet, many of us waste that gift because we've tied it to self-criticism instead of self-love. Freedom comes when you shift the mindset from I have to I get to. You get to move your body. You get to feel your heart pump. You get to grow stronger every single day. That's not punishment. That's power. When you make movement about freedom, you choose forms of exercise that light you up. You dance instead of dragging yourself to a treadmill you hate. You hike instead of suffering through a class you dread. You lift weights because you love the feeling of strength, not because you're trying to fix yourself. Movement becomes something you look forward to, not something you endure. And here's the magic. When you move for freedom, consistency becomes natural. You don't skip it because you're not forcing yourself anymore. You're pulled toward it. You crave the clarity it gives you. You start to notice that your best ideas come mid-workout, that your stress melts halfway through, that you leave the trail or studio feeling more alive than when you walked in. That's the sign you're doing it right. Freedom in movement also means listening to your body. It's knowing when to push and when to rest. It's understanding that recovery isn't laziness. It's strategy. A free mover doesn't abuse their body for results. They partner with it for life. That's why their health lasts, because it's built on cooperation, not conflict. So the next time you think, I have to work out, stop. Flip it. Say, I get to move, and then go choose the kind of movement that makes you feel unstoppable. Because movement isn't about paying for your past choices. It's about creating your future freedom. And the more you move like that, the more your body stops being a burden and starts being your greatest ally in life. The world is full of shifting trends, diets that blow up one year and disappear the next, fitness fads that promise miracles but fade out in months. And if your health is built on those unstable foundations, you'll be constantly starting over. But real health, the kind that lasts, is something no one can take from you. It's not dependent on a product, a trend, or someone else's approval. It's built inside you, cell by cell, choice by choice. Think about it. Clothes go out of style, beauty standards change, social media moves on to the next obsession. But the stamina you've built, the strength in your legs, the resilience in your heart and lungs, that's yours. It's like investing in a bank account that can't be stolen, taxed, or drained. Because it's stored in your body, your mind, your spirit. When you build health for life, you're not chasing quick wins. You're stacking small, powerful habits that compound over time. You're eating in a way that fuels you not just for today, but for decades. You're moving in ways that strengthen your future, not just your selfie. You're resting, recovering, and replenishing so your body can show up for you again tomorrow. And the day after that. The danger of building your health on external approval is that it disappears the second the attention shifts. You hit the goal weight, but you don't know how to maintain it. You finish the 30-day challenge, but you burn out. You impress people for a moment, but inside you're exhausted and unfulfilled. That's not sustainable. It's a trap. But when you invest in health that can't be taken away, you can go through seasons of life, stress, change, even aging, and still feel strong. You've built a foundation that's bigger than any one moment. You're not dependent on perfect conditions. You know how to adapt, adjust, and keep going because your habits are anchored in truth, not in trends. This kind of health is liberating because it's yours. No one can cancel it. No one can vote it down. It's not fragile, it's fortified. And because it's built on consistency instead of quick fixes, it actually gets stronger with time. Every healthy meal, every workout, every deep breath you take, it's another brick in a wall no one can knock down. So here's the challenge. Stop chasing health you can lose in a weekend. Start building health that will carry you for a lifetime. The goal isn't to impress them today. The goal is to still be thriving 10, 20, 30 years from now. That's the health worth building. That's the health that can't be taken away. Most people live on autopilot, making health decisions they think are the right thing. But whose version of right are they following? The diet trending on Instagram, the workout their friend swears by, the rules someone else made up. If you want freedom, clarity, and real results, you have to stop and ask yourself one powerful question. Is this for me or for them? That question will strip away the noise and reveal your truth. When you do something for them, it often comes with pressure, stress, and resentment. You force yourself into a routine you hate because you want to be accepted. You cut out foods you love because you want to be praised. You push your body beyond healthy limits because you're chasing someone else's version of success. The payoff may be a moment of approval, but the cost, your energy, your joy, your authenticity. When you do something for me, everything shifts. Suddenly, you're making decisions based on your needs, your values, and your future, not someone else's opinions. You choose foods that nourish you because you want to feel vibrant. You move your body in ways that energize you because you want to stay strong. You rest when you need to because you value long-term performance over short-term applause. Asking, is this for me or for them, keeps you honest. It stops you from drifting into patterns that look good but feel terrible. It reminds you that your health is personal and your body isn't a group project. It's your responsibility and your privilege. And no one else has to understand your choices for them to be valid. Here's the truth: when you start living for me, you will lose some approval. People might not get it. They might push back. They might judge. But you'll gain something far greater: self-respect. And self-respect is a force multiplier. It fuels discipline, builds confidence, and makes it 10 times easier to stay consistent because you're no longer fighting yourself. The beautiful part: the more you live, for me, the more you actually inspire others. They see your energy, your boundaries, your peace, and they start to question their own choices. Without even trying, you become a role model for authentic health, not because you sought approval, but because you chose truth. So make this your new reflex before every meal, every workout, every health decision. Pause and ask, am I doing this for me or for them? And if the answer is them, flip it. Rewrite the choice so it serves you. Because the moment you make health yours, you stop chasing validation and start creating transformation. When you own your health, you stop playing defense in life. You're no longer reacting to exhaustion, aches, or burnout. You're proactively creating energy, strength, and resilience. That shifts everything. Suddenly, you're not just getting through your days, you're attacking them with focus, drive, and momentum. You don't wait for life to happen to you. You show up ready to dominate it. Power isn't just about muscles or speed. It's about having the capacity to do what matters most without being held back by your body. It's the power to say yes to opportunities, adventures, and challenges because you can. It's the power to be fully present with your family because you're not distracted by fatigue or pain. It's the power to decide your pace, your path, your future. When your health belongs to you, no one can use it to control you. They can't dangle approval like a carrot because you don't need it. They can't shake your confidence with a comment because you know your worth. They can't pressure you into choices that drain you because you're crystal clear about what fuels you. That's real freedom, and it's magnetic. Owning your health also means owning your habits. You're not waiting for the perfect time or perfect conditions. You've built systems that keep you strong, no matter what's happening around you. Your power comes from consistency, not from moods or motivation. And that consistency compounds, giving you more energy, more clarity, and more strength than you thought possible. Here's the thing: when you live in that state of power, your world expands. You start taking risks, trying new things, and aiming higher because you trust yourself to handle it. You're not afraid of falling short because you know you have the resilience to get back up. Health becomes your launching pad, not your limitation. The people around you notice. They feel the energy you bring into a room. They see the discipline, the confidence, the joy radiating from you. And whether they say it or not, they're inspired. You become a walking example of what's possible when someone stops living for approval and starts living for their own life. So make the decision, own your health like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Protect it, invest in it, prioritize it, and watch how your power grows. Because the moment you take full ownership of your health, you stop being at the mercy of the world and you start shaping it. And that's when life stops feeling like survival and starts feeling like mastery. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just about health. This is about ownership. It's about deciding that your body, your energy, your future are yours and no one else's. It's about breaking the chains of approval and living from a place of power, purpose, and vitality. From this moment forward, you are not chasing likes. You are not chasing applause. You are not chasing some moving target of perfection. You are chasing life. You are fueling your body, sharpening your mind, and expanding your spirit because you deserve it, not because someone else demanded it. Remember this: the world will always have opinions, but opinions don't carry you through your mornings. They don't give you energy to play with your kids. They don't heal your body when it's tired. Your choices do. Your discipline does. Your commitment does. So take your health back. Make it your responsibility. Make it your privilege. Make it your power source. And when the world tries to pull you back into the old game of approval, smile and say, I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm living my life. Because a woman who owns her health doesn't just survive. She rises, she leads, she inspires. And that, my friend, is the kind of power the world can never take from you. Now go live it.